Hello everyone, Survival Showcase here. Tonight I want to take a look at reloading again, and what I'm going to show you tonight is a neat product by Hornady. It's called the O.A.L gauge, and that's overall length gauge. And that allows us to keep a consistent bullet depth when we're reloading and actually get a precise measurement from the distance from our lands to where the bullet is in our chamber of our rifle. So we're going to take a look at that tonight. It's a neat little product. We'll have a good look at it, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is obviously make sure that your rifle's unloaded. This one is. And to remove the bolt on this type of rifle, what you do is you're going to pull back on the trigger, and there's a little button underneath right here where I'm moving this finger. You push that in and pull back the trigger at the same time, and that allows you to pull your bolt out of this model. This is a Savage FCV 12 in 22-250 caliber. So it's a very nice rifle. I really like shooting it. It's really, really, really accurate. So now if we want to get the depth of what the maximum length of our bullet is when it's touching the lands of the rifle, and from that point we can actually set our bullet depths. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this little unit here and just let that bullet fall down inside. Just put a little bit of pressure on this back nut so it holds it all in place. And then you're going to slide it in through the back of the chamber where your bolt was. Now this is the model that you use for bolt rifles. They have a model specifically for semi-automatics, and it's a 90-degree. So everything is bent in it, and it actually has like a spring in there that actually goes around the corner, and that's how you actually push the bullet ahead. So I'm going to make sure that this is in there all the way. That red sleeve is all the way to the front. Just make sure it's up in there as far as it goes. Then you're just going to gently slide that plastic rod with that bullet in there. And with it all touching the front, you're going to just lock up the unit by tightening up that thumb screw on the back. That's going to allow that plastic rod not to move inside. And you're going to pull the case out, and you'll notice that your bullet does not come out with it. At least in this case it did. Sometimes it might. You can just take a cleaning rod and very gently just nudge really gently in through the front. Push the bullet out. I'm actually not going to do it right now. I'm just going to grab another bullet. But you can push the bullet out. And then basically once you have your bullet out, you just put it inside. And now that is the maximum distance that that bullet could possibly sit out into that chamber. And what we do for an official reading off of that is I have my micrometer here with this other little fitting on here that just attaches onto your micrometer flat base on this side by a thumb screw. And this here is for a 22 caliber. You see it's 2-22, so it's for the 22 caliber. What you want to do is slide your micrometer up and take your zero reading right off of that now. So that when it's closed, that's where zero is. And you can see on this unit, that's where it is. So what this little piece on the end here does is allows you to measure off the ogive of the bullet. And the ogive is the part where it starts to bend. So right in this area right here is the ogive of your bullet. And the reason why we're measuring off the ogive of the bullet in here instead of the very tip of the bullet is because the tips are very inconsistent. They can actually be at different lengths, so it's a very inconsistent measurement. So how we measure while it's on this unit is we put the bullet in, close up the micrometer, and you'll notice there's a little space here in the bottom where my 22-250 caliber casing, customized casing, sits in, and you can actually get a measurement. And I have 2.1205 for the maximum length. Now that would not be the length that I would actually use. I would probably take it and back it off at least 1/10 of an inch and then go from that point and start my reloads there, so I've got a bit of a space, a bit of an air gap, and then work my way back maybe a little bit. I might even back it off further and only come up 0.1 of an inch within the lands. And that would give me a safe working distance to develop my loads. Seating distance, it is an important part of reloading. Once you've worked up a grain of a load, you can start fine-tuning it by adjusting your seating depths, and then you can start on by adjusting different primers in and out, and you should come up with some very ragged one-hole targets after you get into that. So that's my little lesson for today. Thank you all for watching my channel. I hope the reloading videos are helping some guys out that might be having a few questions. If there are questions, please write them down in the comments section. I'll answer them as best as I can. Thanks a lot, and if you like this, click subscribe.